Happy Wednesday, you beautiful sons of bitches. This is another episode of the Greenlight Weekend, and it was just me and Phil. Did you have fun, Phil?
Fuck yeah. Seemed like a episode for self-reflection.
100% self-reflection and
A little recap of the last few podcasts we've had. UFC.
totally, and just probably the hardest I've laughed to date on the Greenlight Weekend. Phil almost killed me telling me about some stuff about head trauma.
Head trauma stories.
Yeah.
Why
totally.
are we who we are?
Exactly. That's the question we're asking on this week's episode. And just real quick, if you're listening to this episode and at the beginning you're like, I wonder who called out Brian. It doesn't matter, but he was totally right. I was an asshole about it. You could hear me talking out of my ass at the beginning, and I'm going to leave it in as a punishment to myself.
We figured out maybe what it was afterwards.
Almost
yeah.
immediately after the podcast, and I've felt terrible since. And I'm taking a little break from booze because apparently I can't control my mouth.
It's like a whole new Brian in the studio.
Yeah, just wait till next week, motherfuckers. When I got a week sober, I'm coming in hot.
Yeah.
Hot.
He's going to be all amped out.
Oh, dude. Probably pull my dick out in the studio.
I'm going to do heroin to balance it out.
Okay.
I'm just kidding.
Do you think I could probably edit something over my dick for YouTube, right? If I just happen to pull my dick out? Okay.
Let's just maybe not pull your dick out.
I feel like sober Brian's more of a wild card than drunk Brian.
Jesus, that's scary.
Not.
You don't talk shit about people, but you just pull your dick out constantly?
Precisely. Only when I'm comfortable in my skin, you know, like in the studio.
Yeah.
All right. Well, yeah, this week was a fucking doozy. Check out Hip Hop Trip on SoundCloud. Phil?
Well, that's it.
Listen
Check us
to the
out
Whiskey Reel.
on Instagram, GLW_podcast.
Yes.
And throw us an email or questions, or if Brian or I have offended you,
Definitely.
send us an email.
At gmail.com.
At gmail.com.
And we're also on Twitter now, GLW_podcast.
The twit.
Because we have some guests that are only on Twitter, and it's the only way to really tag somebody and get it
how to work this Twitter machine.
Yeah, well, I promise you know the password.
Okay.
It's just, we have different guests all over, and we want them to be able to share it within their social media circle, so we have to be able to be on all platforms. So we are on Twitter and Instagram, GLW_podcast. We are on Facebook, Greenlight Weekend. We are on YouTube, Greenlight Weekend. It is a channel. Go to it.
Yeah, connections, man.
And if you watch... After the intro, there's actually video. It's not just the logo. Apparently, a lot of people aren't really happy with the logo part. I don't know. I don't really know. Maybe they just don't like us.
Criticism. Means we're getting criticism. People are listening.
Yeah, I mean, totally. We love you guys. Hip Hop Trip on SoundCloud.
Yeah.
Did we promote everything?
I think we did.
Fuck yeah. Whiskey Reel. Don't be a dick to your friends.
Don't be a dick.
Enjoy the episode.
Love you.
Let me tell you something real quick. Flipping through the pages of a notebook, dope hooks, old school shit, get your dome shook, no luck. For you, can you feel what I'm saying? Rhyme slanging, beat banging from the pavement to the backwoods. Put your hands down if you're trying to act hood. I don't care about your steez or how you be swagging. Punks moving backwards, I'm sitting back laughing, like what happened to the real?
Boo Papa D, hello. How's it going, Brian?
It's okay, man. I'm in kind of a weird mood. I'm not sure if it's just because I stayed up late last night watching fights and the press conference and all that jazz. Did you watch any of those?
I did not. I was super tired yesterday and just passed out.
Weird. They were actually fucking crazy fights. Did you?
I saw the highlights.
Yeah, you
I'm
saw
glad
the
Cowboy
results and
won.
stuff. Fuck yeah, when Cowboy won. Fuck that kid.
Yeah, fuck that kid.
Alexander Hernandez, I believe is his name. Fuck that guy. You just complete disrespect and then just got dismantled. He was talking like motherfucking Conor McGregor or something.
Yeah.
And just got pieced the fuck up by Cowboy.
He looked good at 55. Cowboy.
Yeah. Maybe there's a discipline thing going on that changed.
For sure.
It's hard to...
Getting older, wiser, taking care of his body more.
Has a kid, too.
Less cave diving.
Right. Less just trying to
Which
kill
he said
himself.
he was going to go cave diving now after his fight.
Nice.
At the same spot that he almost died.
Of
with
course.
a different partner, though.
Yeah. Definitely go with a different partner.
Yeah.
Last one sucks dick.
I think once you get older, you can't do extreme sports as well. Your mind starts slipping. I think that guy was older.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Just panicked.
Yeah.
Start to see the mortality coming towards you. So, this last week, a few days ago, a buddy came into town, a friend of a friend, and a mutual friend of ours called me, and he was like, hey, man, come over. I was like, no. He's like, well, we're going to take some acid. It's like, well, I have to work tomorrow. There's no fucking way I'm going to take acid at 7 p.m.,
Yeah.
you know? And then I get a call 45 minutes later from another friend just like, hey, we're all going to ska. It's like, are you guys fucking insane? Like, it seems questionable
Seems
at
like
the very
kind
least.
of a bad idea.
There was a sober driver.
That's good.
Yeah, very good. There was a sober driver, and I could tell my friend was tripping from the parking lot. Like, the way he was looking at me was so fucking out of the ordinary. And they composed themselves pretty well. Luckily, we know everybody there, and nobody suspected anything, it seemed. We were just giggling a lot. And their code word was Wakanda, which was hilarious.
That's a good one.
Wakanda forever.
But you
and
just
then they just walked out.
laughing hilariously.
Right.
Or hysterically.
But, yeah.
Because the word, what was it? I can't even
Wakanda?
remember. Wakanda.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
It was pretty funny. But I think there was a good balance of on drugs and not on drugs. And they were just coming up. You know, they had yet to hit the peak.
Yeah.
But shit started getting weird. And you could definitely tell that we left at the right time. Because when it came to money, one of our friends started freaking out, and I was like, okay, we're good. If we owe money, pay him tomorrow, dude.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here before somebody calls the cops. We gotta go. And
How many were in the group that were tripping?
Three tripping, 2, including me, not tripping.
Yeah.
And I don't know, they acted pretty well. I was fucking holding court. They're giggling like a motherfucker. It felt pretty good to do that.
Yeah.
But after that, we went back to their house, and one of them jumped in with me to ensure that I wasn't going to not go to their house. So went over to their house and stuff, and the other sober dude pulls me aside because he thinks it's a great time to, I don't know, have a serious talk when everybody's fucking dancing around like fairies, playing fucking hand drums and shit. Like, so he decides to pull me outside, and in my opinion, it was just selfish. This motherfucker didn't want to smoke a cigarette alone, so he decided to pull me out. And I'd say motherfucker with all love. I don't hate this person. I just feel like it was very cryptic, and he gave me criticism on the podcast, basically saying that I was divulging too much information about the people that I talk about, my friends, essentially. And as far as I'm concerned, once you've been on the podcast, you're free game. Like, as long as it's not like serious, you know what I mean? I'm not trying to ruin any relationships that they're in or anything like that. I'll do that just to myself.
Right.
But yeah, he just pulled me out and was like, he said the words, "I'm calling you out." And I was calm, very calm. I had no anger. I don't know what he expected.
Right.
But he's just like, sometimes when somebody's not in the room, things just don't need to be said. Okay, Mr. fucking Riddler, give me some specifics, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he wouldn't. He just kept giving me these cryptic, like, generalizations, and my argument was, I understand. I have no plans of, you know, talking shit about anybody on any serious topic. If it's a joke, it's a fucking joke. That's what it is.
Yeah.
But, yeah, it had to be something about somebody, because those are the only names I ever say.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like,
It's never that bad.
no, and the whole fuck James thing may have gone too far a couple times.
We've kind of calmed that down, though.
We've calmed it down considerably.
Yeah, I love James.
I love the shit
I
out
love
of James.
both those guys.
Yeah.
And that's why we would give them shit.
Right. If I haven't talked shit about you, there's a good chance we're not that good of friends.
Yeah,
Because
exactly.
I just talk about my life, you know, and definitely go too far sometimes, but it's only hurt me.
Yeah.
And a very nice young lady that shouldn't have got her feelings hurt, and I feel bad about that.
Yeah.
So if she's listening, I apologize. I think she is, because I'm pretty sure she listens to the last week's. So I could see that shit. That's awesome. But yeah, I don't mean to hurt anybody's feelings is all I'm saying, I guess. And if I've hurt your feelings, I apologize. I take full responsibility. I will talk to you about it. I'm not going to beat you up because you have a problem with something I said.
Right.
Like, I'm not that kind of person. I just want to say it's been fucking driving me crazy for 4 days. This is all I can fucking think about. And I'm sorry
Right.
if I said anything, guys.
Yeah.
Anything. And if you want to come talk shit to me, do it. If you want to communicate, fucking slide on in them DMs. We can have a private conversation. I'll keep your fucking name out of my mouth. Whatever. Came out a little defensive.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
It's okay,
It's
man.
been driving me fucking insane trying to figure out what I said in the 40 to 60 fucking hours of content of me just talking shit, and you never really putting yourself in a precarious situation because you're smarter than me.
No, I definitely think about people's feelings, and not everybody wants to be as open as we are.
Right.
Because we've just pretty much put our lives on our sleeves, and
yeah,
we're pretty much out there.
Yeah, and for that chick, it was kind of a bummer. Really not fair. So I feel bad.
For sure. Especially, I mean, when people know who you are, it doesn't matter for the people who are in North Carolina or Arizona or Mexico or all the other random places that listen. But people that are in town that actually know who you are, like they can
a few
figure out who you're talking about pretty quickly.
For sure. Definitely put the pieces together. And I try not to be a dick about it. Right. I don't know. That's really all I got to say, is I apologize for that. But the night after, I was going to talk to you about this, but we went to comedy night, and it was a fucking great evening.
That was fun. Yeah. I enjoyed myself.
Do you feel like I came on too strong at the end? I was like talking to every single comic, and I felt like, so. But every morning after I do something like that,
just stayed there at the ranch and was like hanging out by them.
Yeah, be my friend.
Like, yeah, we're hanging out now. You know, like it was in and out, and we left. We was like, yeah, we do a podcast, and I mean, Dave shouted us out on stage, and so I don't think it was too strong at all.
Word.
I think if we sat there and we're like trying to act cool and be like, yeah, we're part of this scene, like we're
definitely
comics.
Not. Yeah. I like you guys. I want to be around you.
Right.
I
do like
friend.
the scene. I enjoyed it.
Definitely willing to. You got to go on stage, eat some dicks, you know, and then you can be part of the club.
Like, that was definitely one thing I noticed, is like the same jokes at different spots.
Oh yeah,
were hitting differently.
And I wonder how many people were like us that saw both shows.
A couple, but there was a few people in there that hadn't seen it yet.
Yeah, totally. And that's the thing. If anybody makes a habit out of going to these open mic nights, a lot of the times they're working on material, and there's only one goddamn venue.
Well, when you're in the ranch, like your senses are heightened, and like all the background noise in the back, like, it just automatically distracts you from what's actually going on.
Definitely,
because you know, in the back of your mind, you kind of feel like you're gonna get stabbed or in the neck or something.
100%.
So you kind of keeping an eye on what's going on.
A swivel. Yeah. It's hard to just get lost.
You hear glass break and you can jump back. Like, it's definitely different than being down in the basement of the embassy. And
I know, and to me that seems like less pressure. Like I think I want to try at the ranch first.
Really,
the embassy seems like a big deal, man. There's a bunch of fucking people. Yeah. Like 12 people thinking I'm not funny, okay. But if everybody's killing and 60 people decide I'm a piece of shit, that's going to break my heart.
Everybody was pretty supportive.
But that's the whole thing. Yeah. That's where the fear comes from. You're just like, what if I'm the one? What if I'm the least funny person here?
Your jokes suck. Get off the fucking stage. I know, that's like a nightmare.
It is. Yeah. It is a fucking nightmare. But yeah, I think the ranch would be easier, honestly. Not to get laughs, but just to get the first one off your chest.
Right.
Just because, man, there's a lot of pressure down in that basement. There's just a bunch. But everybody laughed, obviously. Right. It was a great fucking crowd. But it just
the people that went on killed.
It just seems like a bigger deal.
Yeah.
And that scares me because I'm a pussy, which I'm willing to say.
Yeah.
I should have. Yeah, I pussed out hard on Thursday.
Me too. I wasn't prepared at all.
I made the decision.
I would have had like 30 seconds worth of material and then I would have just had to improvise, and it would have sounded like shit.
How do you think that would go?
And it would have been good.
Right, doing some crowd work.
Yeah. For real. Like, shit. If I was a little drunker, maybe.
Really?
Just like that fine, gray area between too drunk and perfect.
Between not giving a fuck and your brain not getting in the way.
Exactly.
Just incoherent speech. Somewhere in that gray zone. Yeah. And our podcast alumni, Nick Coffey, signed me up. And
did he actually sign you up?
Yes. Dave Oakley, who was on last week, was like, do you really want me to call you? And I was like, fuck no. Fuck no, don't call me today. Please don't call me. And I would have went, I guess. I mean, what am I going to do? Walk out of the bar?
Yeah.
No.
Just run. Just sprint. Well, there goes Brian.
That's the funny thing. That day I met a dominatrix on Tinder. So that was going to be my whole thing, right? But the longer I talked to her, I haven't talked to her since that night. I think there was a perfect combination of I thought there was gold in there somewhere. There had to be some material in a dominatrix.
We laughed about it for most of the evening.
We did giggle about it quite a bit. But when I was trying to write about it, I was like, and yeah, I met a dominatrix on Tinder, and there's a few ways, like, time to get that gimp suit out of the closet finally. You know, take my leather clothes out of storage. You know, I tried to work in a lot of ways.
Break out the paddle.
But there just wasn't that much there.
The shackles.
So I think that might be my first, like, quick joke.
Yeah.
You know, that I got somewhere. I don't know.
I like it.
I think my comedic style would be more long form, not quite a rant, but I have to paint a picture, kind of. I don't just have, like, the funny setup, punch.
Yeah, and most of my shit that I write is quick.
Yeah. No, I totally would guess that.
Yeah.
I would totally guess that.
I guess that's the way I am.
I guess.
Yeah.
Quick. All around.
Yeah.
And everything in life.
Mostly just sex.
Right. I gotcha.
Real fast.
I'm quick sometimes.
In the mornings. I'm horrible in the mornings.
Dude, in the mornings.
It's just like, because you probably, like, halfway in between sleep and waking up, you're like, your dick's hard and you're probably just getting some sensation.
Mm-hmm.
And then you wake up and then you have sex and you're like, well, my dick's been rubbing against the blankets for an hour and a half. Like,
yeah. So I'll sit there and rub my dick on the
issue.
sheet for fucking till I get up, you know? Once I find myself on my stomach, there's always a little dick rubbing on it. I'm not proud of it, but
Yeah.
it's
a weird good feeling.
right. It is. Yeah, but it's not good
Press your
enough.
hips into the bed.
Right. I'm practicing my top mount for jiu-jitsu. Just I don't push my motor into people in jiu-jitsu.
No wonder why that works so well.
Yeah.
Like, oh God, get off me.
Yeah, even with my ex, very long-term relationship, or longest one for me, 4.5 years, had sex with this girl a lot, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And usually it's the new girl that kind of gets you off her, you know, it's can't believe this is happening, I don't know you, you know, you know, but even with my ex, like, till the end, just like wake up, it was the quickest. If she was kind enough to give me some sort of sexual favor, it was the easiest part of her day. Fucking 20, 30 seconds of real good work, and
Right.
it's over. At nighttime, I generally last a little longer. I don't know.
For sure. You've probably had a little more alcohol.
Oh, totally. Yeah. And if you're a hot chick and you want to test all these theories, slide on in them DMs. The DMs need more use. I think we're going to have Sean Moe back on soon.
Yeah, we should.
If you're down. Been talking to him.
Like the regulars.
Yeah, yeah, and he didn't get a podcast up this last week. I guess both of his podcast partners had some issues and couldn't make it.
Yeah, that happens.
Dude, but I totally get why consistency is so important, because the whiskey reel has become an important part of my Monday. It fills that space, you know? There's a slot for it in my life, like a time slot. And it's like Theo Vaughn, the whiskey reel. Sometimes there's a Rogan. You know, Tuesdays, Fighter in the Kit. You know, whether I like it or not, I've fallen into this routine. And I wasn't given one, or, you know, I wasn't given my little drug, you know, on Monday, and it bummed me out.
Oh, man.
I had to reach out to him. Just like, bro.
Yeah, when we kind of took off some time in October,
Our numbers plummeted.
it was bad.
I'm happy to say that they're rising greatly. We whooped last month's ass already.
Consistency.
It's all about consistency.
A lot of it.
And I think there's
probably a pie chart out there that says exactly what a successful podcast.
Yeah, but those fucking things, every time you read them, the fucking pussies. They want you to write a whole script, and like, that's not what a podcast is to me, at
Not
least.
what I want to do.
Right. And if we were doing something specific, like Dan Cummins does the Time Suck podcast, and this week he covered Cleopatra. There's fucking days of research gone into that. Of course you're going to have to fucking pre-plan.
Definitely.
But we're talking about our dicks. So,
and buttholes.
and buttholes. Always buttholes. The old dirt
One of
spider.
our number one fan said
AKA
we
balloon knot.
need to talk about more butthole stuff.
So what's going on? What's up with your butthole? What's your butthole situation? Mine's hairy.
I'm pretty free of hemorrhoids.
I think I have a recurring hemorrhoid that comes back every now and then.
Too. It only flares up when I'm constipated.
Really?
So I got to keep up on the fiber.
It flares up when I have a just chaotic night of drinking and I wake up feeling like shit and I got like the beer shits or something. That's when my little fella pokes its head out. I'm not even really sure what it is or what's
it's a tear
going
in your
on.
rectum.
Oh, Jesus.
Mhm.
Well,
And then they like fester up. And, yeah,
that scares me.
something like that. You got to get the cream.
Well, it doesn't bother me too much. Maybe the wiping that'll
Yeah.
get you. And every once in a while, it is like a ting.
Yeah.
Like somebody stabbed you with a fucking dagger in the asshole. It's a sharp pain.
It's not fun.
No, it's not fun.
That's for sure.
Yeah, we may have been sharing too much with you guys just now.
Yeah, sitting on the toilet for too long will do it too, because gravity's pulling on your butthole into the toilet. And you're like sitting there. I'll forget and like fall down a YouTube hole.
Oh yeah.
And just be like, I'm done. I've been done shitting for like 20 minutes.
It's all dried.
I'm just like, yeah, because I usually have the heater in front of me. Just like,
yeah, me too.
super hot.
I definitely have a heater in front of me when I'm shitting in the morning in
Yeah.
the winter. It is so cold, dude.
It's been not as bad now that the sun's been out,
Right.
but it was real cold there for a while. Fucking snow.
I know, I'm going to have to go cut more goddamn firewood in the snow. I am so excited.
Is it not, yours isn't going to last?
No.
No.
I bet I got 2 weeks left.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn.
But
Yeah, I think we still have
enough.
enough.
I think you use your furnace more than I do. But mine
Just in the mornings,
mine
it
smells
smells
like
on every
death.
once in a while.
Well, and you guys get the sun.
Yeah,
The
the
porch
sun-
blocks my whole goddamn house from the sun, so it's just
Yeah. When the sun's out, I only have to, have a fire right in the morning and then at night until about midnight. Get the house at about 84.
right.
Wake up and it's about 64 when you wake up.
Mine's
But if it's been
55.
snowing, then yeah, it doesn't. It's pretty much having a fire all day long to keep it comfortable.
Right. Yeah, and I usually just start mine before I leave in the morning. And when I just got home, it was 64 degrees. So,
Yeah.
but it's 55 when I woke up. So I just don't want to breathe in whatever is in my vents. I caught a rat. Did I tell this on the podcast? I caught a rat in my fucking vent. These motherfuckers.
Jeez.
I knew there was something going on because Shiva would just stand at the
It was
vents.
alive when you caught it?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
No, it was alive as fuck. I tied a string to the trap and then tied the other end of the string to a kettlebell so it wouldn't pull it.
Nice.
And I'm so glad I did because its head was trapped in there and I just saw the string going away and then the kettlebell fell. Boom. I was like, God damn, this motherfucker.
Joe Rogan rat.
Yeah. And he would have just got somewhere I couldn't reach it and then die.
Yeah.
And then death in my vent again. Whenever I got him cleaned out, they found a dead rat. So I've always been suspicious.
Yeah, that's not good.
And Shiva would
There's
just...
a hole somewhere in your ducting.
I know.
Possibly.
I do not... 100%. There's no possibly. It wasn't a mouse. This was a motherfucking rat,
It was
dude.
big?
A big,
Damn.
brown, long-tailed
It's just been eating other mice.
rat. Yeah, it was just like... I was like, ah! So I pulled it out, and Shiva was just losing her shit.
I bet.
Get back, goddammit! You know?
There I am.
So I took it outside, put the trap on the concrete, rat down, wood up, and just took a piece
Shot
of
it with the
firewood.
shotgun.
Exactly. I was like, what am I gonna do with this thing? So I just smoked it with a piece of firewood. Bam!
Oh, man.
It was dead as shit.
Out at the lake when I first started working there, I was probably like 14. One of the guys that was running the boat rentals, it was a different company. It was like they were contracting through the lake. And there was this muskrat problem out there for a while, and it was like climbing into his houseboat and fucking up the styrofoam.
Right.
And one day we were over there, and he like grabs it with a fishing net and just like puts it on the dock, and he has a fucking 20 gauge shotgun and just blasted on the dock in front of like 12 people. It was so intense, and the Rangers came down and shit.
I bet.
Yeah, it was.
Was there a hole in the dock?
Fucked up. No, it wasn't that bad. It just kind of. I mean, the 20 gauge.
Yeah, just kind of
wasn't-
fucked it up.
But it destroyed the muskrat. That's for sure. It was a dead muskrat.
Couldn't have walked it somewhere else, just fucking
It was
right in front of
intense, dude.
everybody.
It was like,
That's so gnarly.
yeah, that's what that reminded me of.
Right. Yeah, I didn't pull out the shotgun. It was late at night. It scared the fuck out of me. I was playing video games or something. So I was sitting in the chair right by the vent, and just like right behind me, I just hear snap. And Shiva's fucking, she's scratching at the fucking vent. And
Damn.
just like, it was gnarly for a second. And then I was like, I'm just going to let it die. And I gave it like 5 minutes. This motherfucker was not dying. So I had to pull him out alive. I would have rather pulled him out dead, is what I'm saying.
So it was just big enough to the trap didn't break his neck.
I guess.
It just kind of hit the muscles. His Joe
It was
Rogan
holding
mouth
his ass
muscle.
in there. But, dude, it pulled the string
Damn.
deep into the vent. And, yeah, when I pulled him out, he was pretty heavy. And just trying to, because I didn't want it to fucking fall out of the
Somebody's
trap.
pet rat that just got loose.
Fuck that rat. I didn't want it to come out of the trap. I thought that might be, I guess the trap had its like whole skull, so it couldn't come out. But I was scared it was gonna fall and like start running through the house or something, you know? So I was like super cautious about that, and Shiva's trying to fucking get it.
Runs up your leg and starts attacking you. It'd be terrifying.
Terrifying.
So terrifying.
Yeah, I don't want to tango with that motherfucker unless its head's stuck in a trap, and I'm way bigger than it.
Yeah. Out at the lake one time, some mice like crawled up into the circuit board. They're the
Conduit stuff? Or?
Like, underneath into the conduit, up into the restaurants.
Okay.
Sorry, my fucking thing fell out.
It's all good. Into the restaurant's power?
Yeah, the surge protector or the
circuit box.
breaker.
Yeah,
the circuit breaker
right,
box.
right.
And they made a connection with their bodies, and just like the power went out in the restaurant for a couple days, and nobody couldn't figure out what it was. And they finally started breaking into the circuit box, and
sure enough,
fucking fried mice.
Yeah, if
Little
anybody's
bastards.
listening, don't touch both posts on a battery. There's a lot of rules to electricity. Just if you don't know about it, don't fuck with it.
Yeah.
Because I've almost welded a wrench to a battery before on accident.
Yeah, that's not good.
No, it's not good.
But yeah, especially people that wear wedding rings, like metal wedding rings, while they're mechanicking, like on
Type
electricity and stuff. Just like melts the wedding ring to their fingers.
Hope you love that bitch.
Yeah.
That's all I gotta say.
Car batteries aren't as scary as like house power.
Oh,
that shit'll fucking kill you.
Yeah, for sure. I'm not that knowledgeable, but I do know how to turn off circuit.
Yeah.
Or breaker.
That's electricity makes a circuit.
I know how to turn off the power so I don't get electrocuted whenever I'm fucking with stuff.
I think that's the most important thing.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. What do you think about ESPN Plus? Good idea.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck. I wish there was something on... Sorry, I'm a fucking idiot. I wish there was something on Fight Pass, kind of. Because, I pay for it every goddamn month.
Right, that's what's...
And what really pissed me off is they did ESPN Plus for the super early prelims and then the prelims with Cowboy on ESPN, which I don't fucking have. I just bought ESPN Plus. I wasn't going to spend another $25 to acquire ESPN.
Yeah, you got to flip-flop all over the place.
Yeah,
Are they still doing early prelims on Fight Pass?
No, they did it on ESPN Plus.
Oh.
So essentially, I'm going to potentially stop paying for Fight Pass because it's like, I have to pay for all this shit too just to fucking... it's one thing. If it was UFC and Bellator and Ryzen or whatever won, I would understand. But it was one night of fights on the same goddamn... It was all at the same place. Why'd I have to go to 3 channels?
For real. And when you don't have cable.
Right.
It's just, cable's ridiculous.
So I watched...
It's so expensive.
I watched Cowboy fight. I watched the highlights, basically. Because I wasn't going to acquire... fucking ESPN last night because I don't watch football. I don't care about most other sports, and not that I hate them. I don't think they're bad. I just don't give a shit. I don't have enough time. Fighting is the only spectator sport I really have time to watch.
Right.
And all I've been watching other than that is just comedy based shit. I'm obsessed. Dude.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah. Passionate about it.
I finished The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel.
I still need to watch it.
It's so fucking good, dude.
Yeah.
It's so fucking good. And the guy that plays Lenny Bruce, he's fucking good. He's believable. He's just crass and it's perfect. I fucking like it. But I think I had a dream about being a female comedian. So it might be fucking with my sleep.
That's weird.
Because you see everything through her eyes, you know what I mean? And just like the struggle and the ups
I haven't seen even the trailers for it.
Right.
So I have no idea what it's about.
It's just a hot chick.
Comedy.
Yeah. That does comedy. And it's set in like the 50s.
Oh, and I heard you see her boobs.
You do. First episode.
Nice. I need to watch it. I like boobs.
If you don't think you're going to like it, check out the first episode. There's some tits. They're beautiful tits.
It's always a plus.
Right. And I'm not going to spoil it for anybody because the second season just came out.
Yeah.
So I figured a lot of people are like me, and I kind of binged the fuck out of it, but that's how good it was.
Right.
And I just been watching fucking stand-up, and I don't know, man. Lots of stories, lots of this is not happening.
Yeah.
I've pretty much exhausted all the Kill Tonys that I can find without getting obscure, you know.
Yeah, they're funny.
The fucking cat burglar. Cat burglar. Shit is so funny, bro. Jeremiah Watkins is a beast.
Yeah.
He learned how to do a grind on a skateboard today. It's pretty sweet. Saw it on
Nice.
Instagram.
Nice.
Instagram.
He's a funny little skateboarder kid.
He's a funny little fucker.
I can't remember. I watched a YouTube video where somebody was giving him shit for his skateboarding video. He was like, had like wrist guards on and shin pads and like the whole ordeal. It's funny.
Because he's a grown man and doesn't want to get fucked up.
For sure. He's smart.
I'm not going to try to fucking do anything on concrete that's not just riding without some protection.
I'm scared to longboard anymore.
There's a lot of risk involved. It's just asphalt is extremely unforgiving.
Yeah. Snow, you can wreck pretty hard and still come out.
And you're covered.
Yeah.
You're covered. When you're longboarding, it's almost always hot. You're
just asphalt.
Shorts, tank
So
top.
bad.
Fucking just like an asshole just waiting to get
I know.
fucked up.
I look at some of those hills we used to bomb. Just like, Jesus, I'm glad nobody died.
Dude,
Like your uncle?
Oh, yeah. Bro. He's eating shit really hard, though.
Yeah.
He's been really hurt.
Yeah, that shit, it's not forgiving.
Dude, we saw, I'm almost positive it was Christina one day. It was me, Gibby, Dusty, and Christina out longboarding, and she ate shit so hard, bro.
Well, it's funny because everybody gives the inexperienced people the shittiest board that they like, the loaner board that hasn't been tightened up in a week.
It's just fucking
Yeah,
loosey-goosey.
that's what happened to me.
It's a wheel falling off.
First time I longboarded, I was hammered at AJ and Jeff's house.
You'll be fine.
Yeah, and they're like, come on, come longboard. And then we pushed our way up the hill, and it was pretty easy. And then we started bombing down, and it didn't look that big of a hill.
Is it from Wendy's down to the
that
park?
firehouse.
Yeah.
And it's just a very long, gradual incline.
You'll start moving though.
Yeah, I got to about the firehouse and started getting the speed wobbles so bad. Just I didn't know how to handle it at all.
And you can't see the little rocks
No,
on
and
the ground because it's night.
I was just drunk as fuck. I was 18 years old, and it ate shit hard.
Concrete is so unforgiving.
Yeah.
And the flesh.
Reminds me of being a kid, riding bikes, bicycle crashes
Oh, dude, those were rough.
on the
dude.
asphalt, man. Your face.
My face.
Your face.
Yeah, if you don't think I'm attractive, it's because that day I fucking rubbed my face off on the road.
Lucky we didn't smash our brains out. Nobody was wearing helmets then.
Definitely did some damage. Like,
Yeah, it wasn't great.
yeah. You ever think about how much like accumulated damage, adds up to who you are today? It's kind of fucked up. I mean, you gotta accept it.
Even dirt bike wrecks with the helmet on. When you had a bad one,
Dude.
that wasn't like broken collarbone bad, but
Yeah.
it was still pretty. Like you had to get the fucking wind knocked out of you. You got to stand up and hop around a bit.
Dude, the broken collarbone one, I bet I was out for 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Easy. Like, long enough for them to drive around the track and load up my dirt bike.
Damn.
Like, that's a long time to
Yeah.
be unconscious.
That's not good.
No, and I think that's what's wrong with me today, Phil.
I'll all go back to that motorcycle wreck.
I think a lot of it, probably. And just football, dude. Who
I know.
let me play football? I wasn't even good. They barely let me play. What?
I definitely remember one time I got a concussion.
Dude.
I was tight end. I was going out for a pass and fucking got slammed hard. And I just remember like looking up and my coach was like, "You're all right." I was like, "Woo!" Just like dragged me off the field.
Yeah.
He'll be all right. He's still conscious.
If you can say your name, they fucking put you back out there. What day is it? I don't know. I'm a
Tweedledoo.
kid. Good enough.
Tweedledoo. It's Wednesday.
Yeah,
It's Monday, but that's good.
I played. Yeah,
He remembers that it's a day.
it is a day. You got half of it right. I played football with this kid. He was our star. He was the baddest motherfucker. But he was a running back, you know what I mean? And they would just give him the ball, and he would just bowling ball through people. But there was so many times where he was on the side of the field, like, you got to tell me my name, man. Just like, whoa,
Jeez,
dude.
that's not good. In
And this
high
was
school.
a lot of time. Dude, a lot of
Jeez.
concussions. Like, more than, I bet 5 minimum our senior year.
Yeah.
And they put him back in because he
those-
was the fucking star.
Those drills where you just get in a circle and run at each other, just like Building character. Building strength.
Dude, I didn't grow until...
Like helmet first. Oh, use your shoulders, not your helmet. Kids would just slam each other. Just like...
Yeah, I didn't grow until pretty late in my high school career, and I got fucked up all the time, dude. I got laid
Always
out
getting
so many
matched up with
times.
the big giant kid.
Oh yeah, our fucking defense and offensive line were like all state, all American, and those motherfuckers laid me out 5 days a week in practice. You know what I mean? Just like so hard. I can't believe my parents let me play football. It was
Did
like
anybody get any of the stars get redshirted where they couldn't get hit?
Mm-mm.
The quarterback was taking hits too.
Not during practice.
Yeah.
Not during practice.
Definitely save those guys.
But he got fucked up a lot in games. He was
Yeah.
small but smart, you know, and had an arm. But yeah, he got lit the fuck up.
Yeah.
Ah, that's a bummer.
Scary, man.
Dude, I think it was just like a babysitter option for my parents. Like, at least we know he's not doing drugs.
Yeah.
Just like getting my brain smashed. Should have been smoking weed, fucking thinking about the universe.
Right.
I could have been a philosopher or something.
I wonder what's worse, huffing paint or football. Probably huffing paint.
Yeah, it depends on how
Way
often
more
you're doing
immediate.
it. I feel like, how often you're doing it.
Yeah, it's still not good.
But if you're doing it, you're probably doing it a lot. That's
Did you
kind
let
of
your
the thing.
kids play football? If you had kids, they were like, "Dad, sign this waiver. I really want to play football."
It'd be tough, man. I feel like by then they're gonna be so into martial arts or something. You know what I
just
mean?
get them into jiu-jitsu right away.
Why not? One, they can defend themselves. It'll destroy their fucking ego.
Yeah.
They won't be cocksuckers because they'll be around good people.
If
And
they want to suck cocks, though.
oh yeah, that's not what I mean.
I know.
Yeah, that's like I've never. Yeah, I'm not gonna go down there. I don't want to fuck myself over. Yeah, but I feel like for a developing child, it's a great way to learn how to use your body, be flexible, be strong, be well balanced, just physically and mentally. Not only the ego shattering part of it and realizing that you're not the baddest motherfucker in the world, and because if you're young and you're in a jiu-jitsu school, there's always going to be somebody that can put you in your goddamn place.
There's probably some kids who do jiu-jitsu and are still bullies. And
Cobra Kai.
Yeah.
Cobra Kai.
Yeah. And there's probably some gyms that are
Cunts.
like that, but you would think not, you know?
It's dying
I think
out
it'd be
for
very
sure.
rare to have like a coach that is a dick and, you know.
Bad motivation.
Yeah,
Just
promotes
wants to
that.
hurt people.
Yeah.
Shit like that.
Encourages people getting hurt and not being a pussy.
It's like a gang
That's how you
leader.
build savages, though.
Definitely. But you gotta have a humble savage.
For sure.
And did you listen to the Mike Tyson podcast?
Yeah.
Woo, that
That
was
was
good,
good.
dude. That was so good.
was
If
good.
you haven't heard it, Joe Rogan Experience, Mike Tyson is fucking crazy. And how it was a Customato, right?
Uh-huh.
Just kind of basically met Mike Tyson at 13, I believe, and then just started filling his head with like, you're a fucking savage.
Yeah.
None of these people can stand across you. Just
He saw a lot in him.
oh yeah, for sure.
It saved his life, probably.
Probably.
He probably would have been in prison
Yeah.
and been a drug dealer.
Just a criminal. Like,
See, and that's why martial arts will do that to you. Make you a better person.
I think it just gives you something to live for, too.
For sure. Especially when you don't have anything.
Right. Yeah, there's a couple dudes that go to the gym and they're really good, but you can just tell they're troubled, man. You know, they're in the adult classes, but you can just tell they're troubled and spent, I don't see them. And I just went back. I took a long, 6-month hiatus or something. The breakup really fucked me up. I was living in a camper, couldn't get my shit together, couldn't commit, drinking far too much, potentially doing some cocaine here and there that I don't recommend.
Allegedly.
Yeah. And yeah, I wasn't in a good place. But I probably would have got back to a good place much faster had I been going to jiu-jitsu, you know what I mean? But I didn't make it a priority. Now I'm making it a priority. How this all started, there's a couple dudes, or one dude in particular I'm thinking of. He has a hard time paying for jiu-jitsu and kickboxing and stuff, which it's not fucking cheap.
It's expensive. That's why I haven't gone. That's not the only reason I've been a piece of shit, but yeah.
Right. And he's been going to jail and stuff, like probation violations and spending a couple nights in jail and stuff like that. And you can tell how much it means to him to be in there. He's just like, if I can just keep this up, if I can just not fucking fall back into whatever pattern is just fucking him over, you know? He's obviously not stoked about that, but he's also a ferocious motherfucker.
Yeah.
And if you roll with him, you better protect yourself, you know? He's not going to elbow you in the face or anything, but he's coming after you, dude. Right. He's there for a 100%. Fucking reason. Yeah. I don't know where I was getting to this or going with
just this. How jiu-jitsu is good for people.
Oh, yeah. And any exercise in general, I would say. But jiu-jitsu in particular, and I would say if you're doing like a cardio kickboxing class or something where you're not taking any damage, you're a part of a community.
Definitely.
And just,
that's a good feeling.
Right. And you're around, for me, it's people I want to be like.
Yeah.
You know, people I respect.
Good role models.
100%. And if you can get that in your life and somebody you really don't want to let down, truly don't want to let down more than, you know, most of the things I do, as long as I don't go to jail, nobody's going to fucking call my parents over it, you know. Right. If I let them down, it's going to be something I told them, most likely.
Yeah, that's the secret. Not just thinking about things positive, like actually putting positivity into the world. Mm-hmm. You're going to get positive things back because that's what's, you know,
right.
That's the reaction to it if you're doing stuff positive. But just thinking you're going to win the lottery isn't going to work.
Like The Secret?
Like The Secret.
Right.
But if you put a lot of negativity out in the world, that's what you're going to get. If you surround yourself with people who smoke crack, you're probably not going to be that successful.
Unless you're the one crack.
Yeah, unless you're the one selling them the crack. Then you're being lucrative.
Killing it. Out here getting lucrative. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's a super positive thing. So, no, I don't think I would let my kids play football. Unless
that's where we started.
Unless I had a kid with like Rachel Ostovich, some fucking stacked Hawaiian chick, you know what I mean? And you just have this fucking specimen as a child. Like, go get that money, sonny. You know what I mean? Let's try basketball first, though. Let's see if you can do that.
Or fighting.
Yeah, sorry, that was fucking gross. Yeah, fighting.
That's a rough road, though.
I think there's
a lot of fighters that don't make it. But that's with anything. There's a lot of comedians that don't make it. A lot of everybody that doesn't make it.
Yeah, but are they the ones that are actually grinding?
No.
I think with fighters, there are physical limitations that will prevent somebody, most likely like me. I just don't have that quick. I was never the best athlete.
Well, and you're getting older.
Right.
Like a lot of people now,
even if I was way into it,
doing it since they were 13.
Right. But even when if I was way into it, like, I just don't have that fast twitch, explosive, athletic. It's not in me, dude. Like,
you could build it.
I got fucked up in football. I played football for years. I just wasn't good. You know what I mean? I just wasn't as fast as them. Wasn't as big as them. Wasn't as fucking good at reading everything. And that's probably a lack of effort because I didn't care that much.
Yeah.
But I was just never a standout. Not once.
If you really put effort into trying to be that, you could be anything you want, Brian.
No, yeah, and the ground game suits me much better. Wrestling went pretty goddamn well for me. I could stand out in wrestling, but I think the stand-up is where I'd get fucked up. I just don't think, I'm not that quick. You know, I think I'd just get fucked up, and that would be a goddamn shame.
Yeah, you gotta work on it.
Yeah, totally. I'm just not gonna do it.
Yeah, I think you do pretty well against most people on the street.
Well, I'm gonna grab them.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get a hold of them or kick them in the stomach or something.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna put myself in a get punched in the face position.
Right.
I think in a street confrontation, I think just the practice of rolling and live competition type combat is I can almost guarantee if I'm getting in a fight on the street, I'm gonna be the calm one.
Right.
Like analyzing shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because somebody that has gotten that crazy to where they want to punch me in the face is clearly not thinking
just
straight.
So full of adrenaline.
Yeah, they don't know shit about me.
Yeah.
Like, I might get sidestepped, you know what I mean? But just anything where you have to go through adversity like that. Like, I had Big Ryan on my head for a solid 2 minutes the other day, and I could not get out. I wasn't going to tap. I couldn't fucking get out. And finally, he just started covering up the sides so I couldn't breathe because he didn't know what else to do. And I had to tap, But I spent 2 minutes in that situation, whereas my immediate reaction was, oh, fuck this, tap. Like, You know, started panicking. But then I calmed my breath and I was like, all right, I'm going to wait for this motherfucker to try to make a transition. And I'm out of here. I'm fucking out of here. He never moved at all. He just stayed there, dude. I was like,
oh, he's big.
I know.
He's a big guy.
I love rolling with him, though, because I don't think I can hurt him.
Yeah.
You know, where you can actually just fucking go all out and you don't really got to worry. One time, Dodge was coming at me like on hands and knees, and I fucking... Oh, no, he was like sitting, and then he kind of rolled up to his knee, and he was going to... You could tell he was just going to smother me, but I just like grabbed his shoulder, just yanked him down, and he hit his face on the back. I was like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I jumped on his back, and he's like, that's clever, but it's not going to work twice. And then
That's funny.
he fucked me up, and we had to go again, and it did not work again. Yeah, he continued to destroy me.
Yeah, he's good and he's big.
And he's a sheriff, so I kind of felt bad. But that's the beauty of jiu-jitsu. I guarantee if I had an issue or got pulled over by Dodge, it's going to go a lot better than if I get pulled over by anybody else.
Right.
You might actually believe my story. Sorry, I'm drunk driving, Dodge. No.
I hope not.
Definitely don't do that.
He's probably going to have to take you to jail.
Yeah. But if it's a minor infraction.
Yeah.
Minor infraction.
Like 3.5 beers.
No, 3.5 beers. You're not going to suspect me of drinking, I think.
No.
Not Bud Lights, depending on
It's
the
all
time
about
frame.
what you blow, what they can prove.
I'm not blowing in that
Right.
motherfucker.
Yeah.
Not
They
if I've had 3.5 beers. Take me in. I'm not blowing. That's where the money comes
You
out.
can get your license suspended, all kinds of bullshit.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah.
Just don't drive drunk, guys.
Yeah, just
get an
don't
Uber
drink,
home. Yeah.
Well, you've only had half a beer.
I have. I haven't drank anything.
I
before
have.
this. I never drink before a podcast. That's
good.
how much I love you fucking people. I could totally drink. There's James. I was calling him earlier to apologize because I figure he's one of the people that I was talking about. So I just wanted to see what he felt about it.
Yeah.
You know? Because I feel like the other guy just doesn't really understand the friendship I have with these people. I don't know. I don't know what I said. I say a lot of shit. Like close to 80 hours of it. So there's a good chance I've fucked up. Here and
Yeah,
there.
some people get sensitive to things. Not as willing to make fun of themselves like we are.
Right. And I try not to, like, when it comes to Ev, what did I say? He doesn't shave his bush. Like, he seems proud of that. He really does. He looks at me like I'm an asshole for cutting mine. So I don't think that's such a big deal, you know? And we talked a lot of shit about James, but it's out of love.
Yeah.
It's out of love.
It's out of love.
I don't know why we're back on this fucking topic.
Because James called you.
Oh, God damn it. He's
Yeah.
always trying to ruin our goddamn podcast. Have you noticed that?
Love you, James.
Love you, buddy. No more hashtag fuck James. At least not for a while.
Yeah. Hashtag love James.
Hashtag love James. Ooh. Have you ever been unconscious?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Dirt
when
bike?
I had that bike wreck on that street
Oh yeah, around
next
the
to
corner.
my house, and I hit that truck that was backing up and
Yeah.
flew over the handlebars and slid across the. Yeah, that was pretty bad. I remember waking up in the hospital.
That's pretty rough.
That's pretty rough. Another time, I was probably unconscious for a few seconds when I hit the back of the Jeep that day at your mom's house.
Dude. Oh my God.
That was
so aggressive.
it was. I thought somebody hit me in the head with like a metal bar.
Oh my God.
Like, when I came to, I really thought somebody hit me. I didn't realize that I slammed into the back of the fucking hatchback.
Woke up all ready to scrap.
Yeah.
Survival mode.
I was just, what the fuck happened?
Were we listening to music out the hatchback?
Something.
Probably.
Yeah, and then because we were trying to start that fucking tractor, and we were trying to jumpstart it with the Jeep, and
Okay.
where we were, we couldn't go around the front, so I had to run around the back. And like we were right in the middle of it, so I was trying to,
Be
get over
fast.
there, trying to be hustling about
Right.
it. Fucking slammed right into the hatchback.
That was right after I got out of jail, huh? We were working for my mom.
Yeah, and
I
I
love
just
you, Mom.
remember coming back to, and you were standing over me, just like, "Are you all right, man?" Just like I was.
Yeah,
fucked
because I
up.
think you just disappeared, and then I was like, "Where the fuck is
It
Phil?"
just
And then I walked
clotheslined
back
me.
there, and you're just just on the ground, fucking whoa, dude.
It was rough. It really. I seriously, for a sec, thought somebody hit me with a bat or something. 'Cause
Jesus.
I just went down.
I'm sorry to laugh.
No, it's
but
hilarious.
That is
no.
so hardcore.
Yeah.
Just full sprint into a fucking
Let me see. There's definitely another time when I was little. My dad took me and...
Dad beat the shit out of you?
No, never.
Just kidding. Mine didn't either.
He spanked me with a belt a few times. But you could tell, you look back at it now, like he was really having a hard time. It was like if you had to beat Shiva with a belt. Like, this is what society's telling me I have to do, but I don't want to.
There's just nothing else is working.
He's just a little shithead.
Oh, fuck.
But we were on his four-wheeler. I was probably like 3 or 4, like really small. And we were going up one of those hills out in Blanco on the four-wheeler.
Were you in the front?
Yep, I was in the front, and we just started going backwards, and the handlebars came up and smacked me right in the forehead. I had this giant goose egg for a long time. It was huge. I looked like the elephant kid.
Like the elephant kid?
With a rhino horn.
Fuck,
Like, what's wrong with him?
I've had so many of those, like, gnarly... I have scars on my forehead. These were full sprints into corners.
I have a scar on my eye right here because I walked into the house that we had on Centenary. There was a shed in the back.
Oh.
I walked in there at night, and there was a rake sitting the wrong way, and I stepped right on it. And I was walking in there pretty quick. I don't remember what I was going in there
Stooges
for.
shit.
But it was just black as fuck, and it hit me right in the eye. It was all bleeding and shit.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it hit it pretty hard. Oh man,
it's amazing our brains work as well as they do. Took a lot of
There's
punishment.
definitely some other times I got hit in the head. I broke my tailbone once because my aunt kicked a fucking gym ball out from underneath me because I kept jumping off our old house, the fireplace had like a little ledge. And I kept jumping off that and jumping onto the gym ball and then bouncing off, and my aunt and mom were trying to have a conversation. Jan? No, it was Kelly. Oh. And she kept telling me to stop. And then finally I jumped. She just kicked it up from underneath me, and it boom landed right on my ass.
Yeah, try to have your conversation now.
I was like, could barely walk for the next 3 weeks.
Is there nothing you can do about it?
No. It's just like a cracked tailbone.
That's
they
awful.
thought it was hilarious.
I'm pretty surprised that's never happened to me. I've hit my ass really hard before.
Mandy fell out of the window twice at the old house. From the second story.
Jesus. What window?
The back where the kitchen was, where you go to the back. The window right above the stairs, the outdoor stairs.
So fell into the stairs?
Yeah, there was no screen, and my mom would open that, and Mandy would just like walk up there and fucking fall on her fucking head.
Jesus.
She was young, but she did it like twice. She had to do things 2 or 3 times to learn, like, I shouldn't fall out of the window. Last time I did this, I fell.
Just walked right off the goddamn. Oh my god.
She also stuck fucking little rocks into her nose like 3 or 4 times. My parents had to keep coming and picking her up from school because she had rocks in her nose like a fucking chipmunk.
What? Are you fucking serious?
Serious.
Oh my god.
Like 2 or 3 times. She has to learn. She has to make those mistakes. Maybe I should stop putting rocks in my nose.
That is the funniest shit I've ever heard. Oh. I'm gonna talk to her about it that next time.
It was like what you were talking about with your nephew, Zach. Like the big head thing. That's how Mandy was with the window. Just like... just
the weight of her head just overpowered the weight of her feet.
All of us kids got hurt at that fucking house.
Oh yeah.
Me and I had that trampoline, and Nick, my little brother, we'd be out there, and I would just like double jump him all the time, like fooling him off the trampoline. He'd be like, "Stop it!" They'd be like, "All right, I won't. Let's just keep jumping." And they'd be like, just like such a dick move.
Just set him to space.
I promise I won't do it this time.
James won't jump on a trampoline with me anymore
Yeah.
because he's too small to do it to me. But because when he tries to do it to me, it happens to hit him back.
Right.
It's so funny.
Yeah, you gotta know how to do it.
He does not like flying that high.
Oh yeah, good shit.
Jesus fucking Christ, that shit was funny.
Yeah, my sister.
Just walk right out the window. Just fucking get a little overbalanced.
Yeah, it was a good 5 feet drop to her head, probably.
Well, that's better than the other. I thought, you know,
Because there was the stairs right
Right.
underneath it, so and then she actually rolled down the stairs a bit. You finally go out there and find her at the bottom of the stairs.
So did she figure it out, or did your mom just have to lock that goddamn window all the
Maybe
time?
a little bit of both.
Right? Just put a padlock
Yeah.
on it. Just like, my
She's
kid
like, well-
keeps falling out the fucking window. I don't know what to do about it.
You'd think that she would have learned the first time.
Fucking swan dive. Greg Louganis over here jumping out the window all the fucking time.
Oh,
Oh my god, I think they just made kids tougher back then.
I know. Like my dad's generation when they were kids, like they didn't wear seatbelts. It's just like standing up in the car.
Yeah. Yeah, my dad was telling me a story when they used to put two friends in the trunk when it snowed and just mob around and do donuts and shit. Just because that's all there was to do out in the middle of nowhere.
That was like a redneck sensory deprivation
Just
tank.
fucking tire iron flying around.
It's like, close your eyes and hold your breath, bro. It's trippy.
Yeah, the story I heard was actually the guy who I'm named after.
Yeah, that's a sad story. I remember your mom
That's
telling
not
me.
how they died, though. Or
No.
that's not how he died, though.
Oh,
Thank God.
I thought that's how it happened.
In a
Was
trunk?
in the trunk.
Really?
I don't know.
I don't think so.
Okay, I don't
No,
know.
I think it was a drunk driving incident.
Okay.
I don't. How sober were they when they were jumping in the trunk, fucking doing donuts too?
Yeah, that's not good. Be safe, everybody.
Please, man, be
Oh.
safe out there.
People do dumb shit,
If your kid is
and
dumb,
you can laugh about
close
it
the window.
when you make it through. But
Yeah, we're laughing about shit that happened years and years ago. Your little sister's just fine. So, talk about brain trauma.
that's what reminded me of it.
Just like,
It's like, oh yeah, Mandy hit her head a lot too.
oh man, kids growing up is fucking tough. I got kicked by a horse once.
Yeah, my cousin did that too.
Yeah, respect the horse, bro. I did not respect the horse.
I was always super afraid of getting kicked by
Large
horses
animals?
because I knew it was a possibility. So I
Right.
was just like, stay way clear of behind them.
They kick hard as fuck.
Yeah.
That's why I keep my dog is fucking. That's the wrong word. Don't say that. My dog's dumb as shit. Especially when it comes to horses, she doesn't know how to handle herself, man.
Yeah.
Even so, we were at this party in North County, and there was mini horses there, like 4 of them, just tied right next to the party. And there's 30 dogs running around. Not one of them could give a fuck about the horses. My dog's standing 3 feet away. Just fucking as long as I would let her, bro. Like, if I didn't go get her, she'd still fucking be there barking at those goddamn horses. But anytime there's horses, she just doesn't know what to do with herself.
Yeah. She's been around horses like
Yeah.
a lot of her life.
There's horses
Always
every day. We
Just bad experience. She
never
get
once.
kicked by a
I
horse.
think she just doesn't understand it and doesn't trust it.
Yeah.
Like
It's a
maybe
big,
if I,
giant beast.
even when I go up and pet him, she's still just like,
Yeah.
she just doesn't know. She's scared of him, and she gets all tough shit like barking out the window. And then I'll stop by him and roll down the window because the horses will always put their head in the window. And she is like pissing herself on the other side of the truck, just like. I'm like, it's fine. Look, feed it an apple or something. I'm just petting it, and she cannot fucking get her shit together.
Jasmine's like that with deer.
Yeah.
Not scared of it. She just hates deer.
Oh yeah, Sheba wants
She
to
can
chase
hear
deer.
him outside.
Uh-huh.
She would not know what to do when she got to it. If it
Mhm.
just if it stood its ground.
She'd probably run away.
Yeah. Oh shit! I was just coming to tell you need to get out of my backyard.
Yeah, there was one morning I let Sheba out, and she just, when I lived here, and she just fucking booked. And there's this big buck, and it saw her and started running, and before it got to the fence, it just turned around and was like, "What, bitch?"
Yeah.
And Sheba just started backing up, barking. Like, it's funny. Goddamn dogs, they think they're tough, but they protect us.
That's funny. Like your uncle's dog Tater.
The fucking tater.
Every time you go over a cattle guard, freaks out, and he like knows when they're coming up.
yeah.
He's like, yeah.
Shit's funny. And last time he had him, I totally forgot that happened. And he scared the fuck out of me. Because me and Dusty are having a conversation, you know, and whatever, talking shit, laughing like this. Then the first cattle guard, just right in your ear, fucking bark. Scared the shit out of me.
Oh, that's good shit.
God damn it. That was funny.
Sorry to make you cry.
It was so funny, dude. I couldn't stop laughing. Just pictured Mandy just like, and then just the weight of her head just pulls her out the window.
She had a big head.
Yeah.
She had some brains.
Had.
Yep.
Keyword. No, mashed potato. Just kidding.
She's pretty smart.
She's super smart. She's a good kid. I love her.
She is.
She's family, as far as I'm concerned. Tired of all this backpedaling I'm doing on this podcast. I just want to say some shit like I mean it and then just not address it anymore. Stop fucking apologizing for shit. That's when it's the funnest, when you're just talking ridiculous shit.
Yeah, for sure. But people are sensitive. You gotta be.
Brain trauma's not funny.
Yeah. That's funny.
It's funny when
it's funny
everything's
she's fine.
Yeah.
If she's still wearing a helmet,
right?
She's afraid of falling out of windows. If she was like completely fine, but just like terrified of falling out of windows.
Yeah, no, then it wouldn't be as funny.
No.
We couldn't joke about it. If her biggest phobia was just like to get near a window because she might fall out of it.
She's selling cell phones with a bicycle helmet on. Oh, that's fucked up. I'm glad that didn't happen. I'm glad she's just a normal 22-year-old girl.
Me too. She's a good kid. I'm surprised that I don't suffer from more side effects of brain damage.
Yeah, me too.
That being said, here I am stumbling through my sentence.
Yeah, I'm pretty dumb.
Yeah, I'm not the brightest fucking bulb in the box, but I'll still make it light up if it's real dark.
I remember my parents, when we'd go on vacation, like they'd let us take our seatbelts off when we were on the interstate, like doing 80 miles an hour. But then we'd have to have our seatbelts on in the city.
Right.
Because it's more likely to crash in the city. I was just like, yeah, but if we were to have crashed at 80 miles an hour, we would have all died.
No, we had the big van, you know, with the TV, old woods, old school, the back seat would go down into a bed and shit. And I never wore a seatbelt in that thing. And until the day
a camper.
We got pulled over because the cop could see me through the back window changing the movie. He was like, I saw you through the back window. Like, I know you were standing up. I know movies are fun, but you're still in the fucking road. You can't be standing up in a car.
Good cop.
Definitely a good cop. And ever since then, I had to wear my seatbelt.
Yeah.
And it had nothing to do with my safety. Just, I think they got a ticket.
Nah. It was definitely for safety.
Yeah. One time, my dad got pulled over because I wasn't wearing my seatbelt. My dad was fucking pissed at me. Like, I'm a kid. Tell me to put my fucking seatbelt on. I feel like I got in trouble for a lot of shit that if my parents just looked at me for half a second, they could have fixed real quick, you know?
Yeah, Eddie used to not back out or leave unless all the kids had their seatbelts on.
So
that's probably why it's a habit now. Like, I don't even think about it.
Well, my truck's got me trained.
Yeah.
Yeah,
my truck definitely yells at me if I don't.
Boom.
Even before that, I was just always been such a habit. And probably because of that, because we would never leave until, so it just was like, well, Eddie's not gonna let us fucking go unless we go or put the all right.
You're getting so more expressive.
It's so weird when you can't hear yourself.
Yeah, it is weird. You feel like you're in empty space.
Sorry, everybody. I keep pulling my fucking headphones out of the thing.
We'll think of it. We'll figure it out. Yeah, one day we were probably like 18 in my Jeep, just moved out, and you were like, not gonna put your seatbelt on? I was like, I don't wear a fucking seatbelt. And you're like, the man's not holding you down. It's to save your life if you crash, dumbass. And ever since, I'm just like, yeah. You taught me a lot of lessons in that nature.
We were out in the fucking glade, super high, and listening to some kind of music, and like we started sliding sideways, and it just like got into a slow motion movie.
Oh, it was the
like,
sounds of animals fighting.
Yeah, that's what it was.
It was just like, yeah, it was
that badass guitar solo breakdown.
Yeah, we totally could have flipped. Like, that's how people flip.
Yeah.
We were going way too fast and just like...
Yeah. had the Jeep all the way sideways, and it just was like slow motion.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, this is how I'm gonna die, like to this song.
Good song.
Yeah, it was
Pretty badass moment.
a bit of a way to go out.
Right.
Could make it a movie scene for sure.
It's either crocodiles or that.
Yeah, we would have rolled a couple times.
Yeah, we were going like 40, 50.
Yeah, that was fun.
That's what we used to do for fun. Just drive as fast as possible on dirt roads, listening to
It's
music.
snowing. It's like 11 o'clock at night.
We jumped off a fucking drop off because I'd never been up there before. And then by the time I saw it, I was just like, oh, gun it.
Leighton and Mike, I just remember looking back and they were just like in the air. I was on mushrooms. Inquil ate mushrooms at the Hastings parking lot.
Yeah.
It's like, well, see you later. I got home like on mushrooms. Like, oh, you guys want to go to the Glade and play in the snow? And then we stopped and had a snowball fight in the middle of the road. And then,
Didn't I run over Leighton's foot?
no, well, I don't think he ran over his foot, but we kept driving off while he was trying to get in. It's like our fat kid friend.
Yeah. And he was a dick.
He
Don't
was
feel
a
bad
dick.
for him. He
a-
was a dick.
But that chick that he was dating was pretty goddamn hot.
I don't remember.
Yeah, I couldn't believe it.
I think, yeah, I don't know. He was a punk ass. I worked with him. I wasn't a big fan.
Yeah, he definitely had an ego
Yeah. It's
for being a fat kid.
Yeah. I mean, overcompensating, I suppose.
Was Mason with us that
Now
time
he's a
too?
nurse. No,
Or
I
was
don't
that
think
just
so.
Mike and
No, I just remember they kept hitting their heads on the fucking roof because in the back it's just a flat seat and just the way the bounce works. Because in the front you're like,
the fucking subs are going and you can't hear anything. It's totally different than being in the front seat. You can talk, have a conversation.
You were talking,
And in the back they're just like fucking bouncing around and shit.
hitting their head on the
Listening
fucking
to
roof.
Slipknot.
Ah, that was good shit.
Oh, the days. We were young,
Yes, we were.
dumb, and full of cum.
Full of cum. I'm still full of cum, Phil. Especially now because I'm not getting laid at all.
Yeah.
Ah, my mouth
Get it?
checks my balls can't cash.
That'll happen.
Yeah, it's okay. I'd rather not get too emotionally attached to
Yeah.
somebody that I know it's not going to work
Play
out
the
with.
field a bit.
Sex is
You
not.
have the opportunity to actually play the field.
Yeah, I
Not
mean,
get tied down.
well, my problem is, like, I feel like a lot of people meet a lot of different people because most people work where people go. The majority of my time, I'm alone.
Right.
Which I really prefer, except when it comes to meeting girls, because it just doesn't happen that often.
Yeah.
And when I do, they're working usually, and I'm like, motherfucker. Like, I always feel weird asking girls out at work. Like,
Yeah.
they're just trying to do their job. Maybe they were
Right.
just being nice to me because they're at fucking work and they're in customer service.
Yeah, you could pick up on those vibes though.
Yeah, but you say hi and smile to me, I think you're fucking in,
Yeah.
you know? So, it's just
You gotta
weird.
stop being so nice to you.
Yeah. Yeah, sorry.
I'm just kidding.
I didn't have anything for you. I thought I had a funny comeback, but I just didn't.
It's all right. Well, it's crazy how some people like hang out with their coworkers more than they do their spouse most of the time. And like if
Almost
you've got
everybody.
a hot coworker, and
Oh,
you're
yeah.
constantly flirting, and
Oh, yeah.
it just happens.
Yeah,
And
I
you
mean,
end up spending more time with that person than you do your own spouse. Come home.
tell me and
have
Dusty
dinner.
ended up fucking.
Yeah.
Just
Whoa.
all that time at work
There's,
together.
there's so many things wrong about that.
Did you know Cleopatra was married to fucking Caesar?
Well,
They
maybe.
had 2 kids together.
Yeah, I do remember that.
I did
In
not
the-
know that
in the
was
old
even the
history
same
books.
time frame.
Yeah.
I'm a fucking idiot. Like, Rome and Cleopatra. You know, Cleopatra was like Cleopatra the Ninth. Like, they just kept
I didn't know
naming
that.
them kids the same fucking
Oh,
name.
yeah.
Just incest and just like family trees, like a fucking Charlie Brown Christmas tree without the branches. Just fucking one arrow. Like, one set of grandparents was responsible for everybody. Yeah, they just, and apparently they were still intelligent and attractive.
Yeah.
No physical deformities were recorded, but maybe they wrote that so they didn't get murdered by the
They
powers
all
that
had
be.
webbed feet.
Right. I'm okay with
Great
webbed
swimmers.
feet, but I wouldn't fuck my sister. I don't know where
No.
we're going with this. Incest is bad. Don't fuck your cousin.
I'm glad that's definitely a stigma in our society that people aren't just fucking their cousins and their nephew or their sisters.
Yeah, I think the smaller the place you go, the more likely you are to
Yeah,
see some family fucking.
I think that's a problem in like Havasupai Fall Indian Reservation down at the bottom of the Grand Canyon.
That's fucked
It's
up.
like, yeah, it's weird down
There's
there.
not a lot of genetic diversity.
It's like a mix between Tijuana and Shiprock. It's crazy.
Sounds
It's like
dangerous.
a totally different world, and they're kind of excited that white people are down there because that's where
Money.
the economy's at. Like, it's just people hiking down there, and
Mm-hmm.
but they also know that there's no other place to go down there, like the hotel and like the one little cafe to eat.
Yeah.
And like, so they can just kind of treat you how they
However they
want.
want.
Yeah. And but they do like Rasta. I think they smoke a lot of weed down there because everybody had like Rasta flags, and me and Kua were wearing our like Rasta tie-dyed shirts.
Type move.
And like Eddie and Mike and Lana would walk in front of us. They were like typical white
people
and
hiking
you
clothes.
could tell that everybody was looking down at them, and then we'd come by and they'd be like, "Yo, what's up, bro? Like, you like Rasta?" Like, they had I don't remember who it was. It was like one of the Ziggy Marleys or Stephen Marley. One of those guys came down and did a concert down there because they have
sick.
like a peach festival.
Fuck yeah.
All these peach trees.
They have peach trees?
Uh-huh.
Really?
It's beautiful down there, man.
Peach trees and res dogs just
Mhm.
everywhere.
Yeah, that's crazy. Like, there's just stray dogs running around fucking raping each other. Like, there was this one dog that was definitely in heat, and there was just a pack of males behind her just constantly. It was just like all over the place, and nobody was doing anything.
That's nature.
Like, yeah, you'd wake up in the morning and there would just be like stray donkeys and horses like in the hotel, like courtyard area, and just like eating grass.
Taking
And
a
you just like
shit.
have to watch out from horse shit all over the courtyard. It was nice, the courtyard, but then there was just random stray dogs and horses fucking in the background.
Jesus.
It's crazy. It's a whole new world, man.
Sounds like a
It's
weird
a different
movie.
world, not a new world, a different world than you're used to.
Who's that? Is that Little Mermaid? I think so.
I don't know, man.
Oh, no, it's Aladdin.
That's what I thought.
It's
I was like,
Aladdin.
because I don't remember watching Little Mermaid, but I know that song.
You never watched Little Mermaid?
Not that much. It was never one of my ones.
Really? I watched it all the time.
So when you first started beating off.
Potentially. I don't know. I don't remember the day, but
Yeah.
it's hard to say.
Yeah, I remember her
I was
being
a horny
hot.
little bastard.
Yeah.
Hard
I
to
was in
wrangle.
love with the Lola Bunny on Space Jam.
Fuck
She was the
yeah.
hottest bunny ever.
Oh, dude. And Jessica Rabbit. You could.
Jessica Rabbit,
I have
for
a
sure.
laser engraved Jessica Rabbit portrait in my toilet in my bathroom.
In my toilet.
Inside my toilet. I
My
shit on her
internet's
every
not
day.
working.
I haven't jerked off to it yet. I don't think it's gonna get me there.
It's hard, man, to jerk off to anything but porn now.
And she's pointing a gun at me. That makes me nervous, but also kind of turns me on.
Yeah.
I don't know how to feel about it.
She's like, put this in your butt.
I don't like that.
That's a whole new world.
Oh, fucking A.
I might have to pee.
All right.
Yeah.
It's Wednesday. Phil's going to take a piss. I'm going to change the battery. We'll be right back, you bad motherfuckers. I feel like I was ripping off.
I like weed.
Who doesn't? man?
Weed is good.
I'm a big fan of the marijuanas.
We should put more weed in there.
We should put more weed in here. It seems a little cash. If you guys haven't seen the studio bubbler, it's fucking fancy.
El Bublieto. I call it the Who House.
The
It
Who
looks like a
House.
house in Dr. Seuss.
I agree. Phil's had this thing for a long time, and the reason it's still alive is because it was a house rule not to bust it out if there were any amateur weed smokers.
Yeah, not a lot of people got to smoke out of that.
We took this out on the porch last week.
Yeah, we did.
With
I'm more confident in myself
yeah,
than
and
I used to be. We used to break lots of glass.
a lot of glass, just all the time. Just
Little stoner kids. But we had a lot of different type of glass because we lived down the street from the smoke shop. And it was like,
that's not good.
uh-oh.
Well, I just powered through that.
Whew. Yeah, that looked bad.
That was gross.
I'm glad you all got to experience that with us.
Has something
Brian almost died.
something in my throat. It wasn't semen, but it wasn't good.
Ash. Sometimes the bubbler does not work exactly like you think it is.
No, I overcommitted. I overcommitted on the pool.
Did you clear it?
Seems that way.
Yeah. It's all in the back of your
Cleared it
throat.
right into my fucking throat. That's what she said.
Oh boy.
That's a great woman.
Yeah.
Ah.
Any woman that'll do that.
Yeah, I've definitely been with girls that if I came in their mouth at all, they were not happy about it.
Yeah, that happens.
I get it.
Yeah.
I
wouldn't want cum in my mouth.
Well, not guy cum, but I've always accepted from the lady. I didn't want to be a hypocrite.
Yeah, but I don't think it tastes the same. Same consistency. Mm-hmm. You're a texture guy.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
I think the taste of the texture of cum would really turn you off.
You just
turn me off.
Fucking nail on the head. I'm a texture guy, and I'm worried.
Oh, you just get that.
I think I just licked my microphone. I'm the only one that uses it. It's okay. I use that for my fart sounds.
That's what I was about to say. I was like, I use that one for recording fart sounds.
Oh man, I don't want to get pink eye from my own microphone.
Well, don't put your eye on it. You'll be fine. You're gonna get pink nose.
I don't think that's acceptable.
Pink tongue.
I think we have to have better guidelines.
That's true.
Put your asshole on the guest mic.
I do. Sometimes I just like to do yours though.
Haha, got you, fucker.
That's fucked up. I'm glad we've never been like that. We've never, because it just turns into a fight. I don't. Like when Leo started drawing a dick on your face with Sharpie, I was like, that's not a good idea. And she's like, oh, he'll be fine. I'm like, he's going to be really mad when he wakes up.
It was my house. That bitch moved in like that day. I probably carried half her shit. I was pissed. I almost kicked her ass out.
Yeah, that was bad.
If we didn't need the rent money, that bitch would have been out skis. We pretty much ran her out anyway.
Yeah.
She was trying to
start McDonald's and Burger King.
She fucked up. Yeah. And I feel very justified for the decisions we made. And obviously, I don't know why I keep having so many problems with my face.
You're still a little runny from laughing earlier.
Yeah.
You get liquidy when you laugh that hard.
Dude. Oh, man.
You've always been that way.
Yeah.
Laugh and start crying.
It's just so funny.
Especially when we're on acid. Sometimes I worry I'm going to kill you.
I almost died.
Yeah, I'm like, okay, we need to stop laughing. Like, seriously, everybody shut the fuck up. Brian's going to die.
He can't breathe.
Like, I don't think I heard her breathe in like 45 seconds at least.
Laughing too hard is definitely the closest I've gotten to death. I've choked on so many drinks because Phil has the comedic timing of a goddamn genius or a supervillain.
I don't mean it. I don't think, like, subconsciously maybe that's one that comes to mind. Just like right when you're taking a drink.
I've took so many drinks. I've choked. Yeah, I've just like started laughing and just dumped a whole mouthful of liquid into my lap. But that's what you need in friends. If your friends can't make you giggle, they're not very good friends.
No.
And if you have a friend that's always just bummed the fuck out, I'm not saying ditch them as a friend because they probably need you as a friend.
Right.
But go ahead and try to steer that boat in a sunnier direction, huh? Take them to jiu-jitsu.
Yeah, take them out, do something, play some pool. I think we should play pool more often. I enjoyed it.
Me too. It was good.
Getting out of the house, doing something.
Well, and the comedy was fun, and I met comics. You guys are gonna meet them. We got some numbers.
Yeah.
And the last dude, this is when it kind of clicked that maybe I went a little too far. Because the chick, I told her happy birthday, and she did great. I'd seen her, whatever. I was just trying to make connections and actually let them know that I liked what they were doing because I feel like that would be awesome.
Right.
And I'm that guy. If I like you, I'm going to tell you I like you. Musicians, comedy, whatever. Sorry. Laughing makes me runny. Whew. Yeah, but the last dude.
Laughing makes me wet. It's a good t-shirt.
It is a good t-shirt. I don't know who.
Go on with your story.
One of the dudes I was talking to, I was like, oh, yeah, man, I have a podcast. Actually, Dave was on, and he was like, is that an invitation? And I was like, yeah, anytime. But I felt weird being like, hey, do you want to be on my podcast? You know? But I was kind of trying to explain why I was talking to him, I guess. And I think it was Elliot because he's going on tour. I was like, I just figured you'd be gone, man. And he's like, well, I'm not balling. I have to come home and make money every couple weeks. It's like, got it. So we're going to have Elliot Weber on probably after the first leg of his tour in Arizona, after Dave Oakley opens for him out in Arizona.
Yeah.
And I think maybe next week we're either going to have Sean Moe or Jacob Johnson. Maybe Jacob Jackson. I don't know. JJ. 2 J's.
JJ. Call him
But
JJ.
he was the dude that I was talking to one of the other comics I saw last week, and I was like, man, I was hoping I'd see you tonight. Like, that energy, man, it gets me stoked. And he was like, oh, thank you so much. And then the guy next to him, then the guy I was talking to had to go. Guy next to him was like, so, yeah, you have this podcast, right? I was like, oh, yeah, totally. We'd love to have you on, man. And he was like, oh, give me your number. And then I gave him my number, and then when I left, I was like, is that like the hot chick that doesn't want you to hit on him, being like, here, I'll call you, you know?
Probably.
But he hit me up first thing the next morning.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So I felt justified.
Nice.
I nerded out, dude. I nerd out. I'm stoked. I'm so impressed. You know what I mean? I admire a fucking open mic comic for the balls to be an open mic comic.
Yeah.
Especially the funny ones. Like Elliot fucking murdered downstairs, and so did that Jacob.
Yeah, both of them were awesome.
He's the one they're always making cocaine jokes about.
Somebody like Snow.
Yeah, that's the first question I'm going to ask him. So how much do you like cocaine? That's all I've heard about.
Do you have any?
Do you have any cocaine? No.
It'd be a first on the Greenlight Weekend podcast.
Yeah, totally.
Never do cocaine.
Never. Cocaine and me, I'm pretty sure we broke up. I got to put that in my past. And I'm not just saying that for the legalities of it. I'm saying that because I think
you
it's
always
bad.
fuck other guys. Bitch.
Exactly.
Every time I turn around.
Yeah, and just out of my pocket in some dude's nose. I fucking hate it. And expensive to take out on the town. Not cheap to take out. And nothing makes me perform, not sexually, just in life, but my mental fucking clarity the next day is dog shit. Nothing.
Yeah.
It steals a day. That is the price to pay. $100 and a day of your life.
Yep.
You know, that you could be doing something, but you're not. And not to mention all the booze you had to drink because you're fucking high on cocaine, so you can't sleep. Yeah. Yeah, you got to do
They
something.
go hand in hand.
Right. So.
You're so goddamn sober.
Yeah.
You just keep fucking drinking more.
And then you finally get to bed and everything starts spinning, baby.
That's, I think,
Coke
what
wears
happened to me at our first day of Vegas when we were for Sean Moe's wedding. Like, we didn't eat that much at all that day.
What'd we do?
We drank tequila and
Was Quell home?
did blow.
Did we?
And then we ended up having to stop and have burgers.
Oh, yeah.
Quill's probably home.
Damn dog. So loud.
She's so loud.
Hope you
We're
guys
gonna-
don't mind. We live in a doghouse. Well, Phil lives in a doghouse.
Yeah.
I do too, but mine doesn't. She's not vocal. She'll fucking run your ass over like a bowling ball if you're not paying attention. She'll hit you in the nuts.
Yeah,
like
when
a
she barks,
fucking hammer.
it's scary.
She barks big.
Yeah.
It'll wake you up for
She's
sure.
a scary dog.
She scared the fuck out of me the other day. I don't remember. Yeah, somebody was outside and Shiva was very alarmed. She was just in a dead sleep, like in my lap, and just right next to my head. Just I was like, oh my god! And then she just freaked out. I think it was Dusty.
Yeah.
I don't know. I was real hungover. Hopefully, Coel can get in just fine where I parked. I think I got over far enough. I just wanted to be where I wouldn't slide into your vehicle.
It's hard.
Worst case scenario, we got to move something.
Yeah.
That's not so bad.
Sometimes I just back straight out. It's like, fuck turning around.
That's what I'm gonna
Because I
do.
just slide.
No, I'm backing
Yeah.
out for sure. I had to take 2 shots at the driveway because I tried in 2-wheel the first time. I knew I wasn't gonna make it.
Slickery once you get halfway up.
Oh, dude, I went snowboarding on Friday. Hung over, felt like ass. Stayed up way too late watching comedy. I wrote like 3 pages of comedy though.
Nice.
I'm getting deep, and I've been timing myself on stories.
Nice.
I get too detailed sometimes, I think. I need to observe more open mic comedy that's a little practiced. Like, I wish, looking back, like, I don't know what they did with the mic. I don't know if there was a stand or if they were just passing a mic back and forth. I don't know how everybody said thank you, good night, you know,
Pretty sure there was a mic. Or, a stand.
were most of them
Mic
taking it
stand.
out of the stand.
Mm-hmm.
That's good. It's good to know. Because I feel like that's the one thing you're going to get up there and be like, and then all your jokes are gone. Just like, fuck. Like, thwarted by a mic stand. It's bullshit. I don't know, man. And just watching that show, The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel, just like, so many subtleties and speed bumps, and it's really, really good. I highly suggest it to anybody out there, especially if you like comedy. And it's funny. But I went snowboarding Friday. Felt like shit. I didn't even call Big A. Felt like kind of a dick. I went up there by myself. Didn't try to connect with any friends. I knew there was a bunch of homies up there, probably on 8. And I just shredded like 6 tree runs, 7 tree runs, and just drove home. The whole time I was there, I was trying not to throw up.
Damn.
Every time I got on the lift, I was just like,
Yeah, I was feeling pretty rough Friday.
yeah. And I overdressed a little.
I feel like
And
I drank more than I thought I did.
Yeah. Well, I drove you.
Yeah. Oh, well, yeah, I definitely. I'm glad I didn't drive.
Yeah. I had 3 beers while we were out. We were out for 5 hours.
Yeah.
So I was good for sure. But it was dumping when we left.
Yeah.
It was 4-wheel drive driving. Yeah, but the whole day and every run, since I was doing tree runs and there was a bunch of powder, like I'd get to the bottom and I was just sweating. So when I was on the lift, I was just like picturing throwing up in front of all these people, and they're just being like a giant puke stain in the snow. So I'm glad I didn't throw up, but I had to get out of there.
I think that makes it 10 times worse when you have to throw up and you're in a public place and you don't want to throw up.
Right. Well, and I didn't want to throw up because I didn't want to taste it. I didn't want it to set in. I was battling it with weed. You know what I mean? Just, come on, weed, help me. And then I'd start sweating and like, and like people, there was a lot of people because it's a holiday weekend. So the runs were amazing all by myself in the trees. Glad nothing happened because hiking out, I definitely would have thrown up. But man, I had to get that snow day in. I had to.
Yeah.
I just rode Ambassador's Glade and fucking got as deep as I could in the trees. There was like 14 inches. It was nice, dude.
Nice. Yeah, I need to fucking go up there.
Yeah, I can get you past for sure.
I know.
For sure. Robin's got some. Everybody's got some.
Just like really into my workout routine and trying to fucking make money.
Well, now that there's snow, you can get a workout.
Yeah,
I was
for sure
busting my ass. When it's just groomers and there's not any snow and you can't ride the trees, you're not working that hard.
Yeah.
You're just fucking just trying not to die, trying not to crash,
Right.
you know, hauling ass, speed check, just don't want to hit anybody kind of thing. But in the snow, you're fucking working your dick off.
Definitely.
I was pouring sweat, man.
Yeah.
And I damn near puked again in the parking lot. I showed up at 11.
Sounds wonderful.
Yeah, it was. I showed up at 11:30 and all the lots were full. The guy at the overflow lot was like, you know, and I went up anyway.
Yeah.
And there was dudes standing in front of the bottom lots like, no more, bitch.
Damn.
And then I went all the way up to the top, made a circle, came back down. They were gone. Rolled in, found a nice spot. Fucking got it. Got ready. Barely had to walk. It was nice.
Nice.
That's some pro tip shit. You gotta know when to take a lap.
Yeah.
Come back. And I was wondering, I thought maybe somebody left, but yeah, if you can get there about noon, there's definitely people leaving, and you can usually find a spot. There was a little bit of competition though.
Nice.
Then some lady might have seen my dick while I was pissing in the parking lot.
That almost happened to me the other night in the alleyway. I tried to piss
right
like
by our
5
window.
times. Yeah. Yeah, I'm glad that I didn't in front of those people. They were definitely doing drugs.
Yeah. Goddamn druggies.
Yeah. I mean, I guess they
They
couldn't
probably would
have
have
said
just giggled.
much. Yeah.
Just
I should have just waved. Hello. I've already started.
beer, right?
Can't stop.
Yeah, that was a fucking funny night. Good night. Good day of shredding. Not really, but
Yeah,
the
that
snow was
horrible.
amazing. The snow was amazing though.
Yeah.
And then I went home and just fucking nursed my hangover, ate some food, forced myself to go shopping and stuff.
Yeah.
I finally got some groceries. The thing about groceries is now I got to motherfucking cook. You know?
Yeah,
It
or they
takes
go
time.
bad.
Oh,
And
yeah.
it's just a waste of money.
Yeah, fuck all that. Gotta eat something.
Yeah.
Might as well eat something good and healthy and
Fuck it.
no bread whatsoever. How long have we been going in this goddamn episode?
Hour and 15.
Hour and 15. That's really not that long. But it's not that short. I mean,
Yeah.
I like an hour. Hour is a minimum for sure.
Yeah, I gotta.
What are you doing? You want to go jiu-jitsu at 6:30 in the morning?
Probably not. Probably not.
It's gonna be awesome.
We have to
gonna be
go get
awesome.
Homer G, the dog, tonight.
Oh really?
Yeah. So I bet Coel's ready to probably get
Go
going.
get the dog.
Yeah.
Right on. Well,
Gotta babysit because Quill's mom's having surgery,
oh yeah,
and
that's unfortunate.
he doesn't like being alone. So he has bad anxiety.
Aw, poor little
He's
fucker.
gonna be like, ho, ho. He's a little basset hound. That's how he sounds. I could deal with his barking because it's after a while it gets old, but it's not as bad as Brody's.
Brody's hurts
like,
your
shut up.
ears. Yeah.
He's like, ho, ho, ho.
That's awesome.
It's hilarious.
We got anything to say to these fucking people?
Oh, I love you, everybody out there in the green light weekend world.
Yeah, our numbers.
Thanks for listening to us. Thanks for putting up with us. I'm glad you like what we have to say.
Me too. And even if you're just out there building the case against me, every dumb thing I say, that's fine. Give me specifics. I want to know.
Yeah.
I love you guys as well. Hit us up, GLW_podcast on Instagram. We're gonna be on Twitter one of these days. YouTube, Greenlight Weekend, 3 words, greenlightweekend@gmail.com. There's open mics at the ranch every Thursday. There's a damn good chance you're going to see us there if you do attend.
How often do they do the laugh therapy?
I think it's twice a month. I'm not positive, though. I don't want to give any specific information. Nappy Roots is in fucking Durango tonight.
Damn, that's crazy.
Yeah. No, I kind of want to go. I could probably get a ticket.
Nice.
Easy. With the hymen.
Oh,
The hymen.
old Jaime.
Yes. Well, if you have anything to say, anything you think we should talk about or address, if you're super hot and you're interested, definitely reach out. Even if you're not super hot, just, not super unattractive.
He must work out.
If you are interested in me, you reach out, baby. That's what those DMs are for. They're for sliding on into.
Yeah. Like a stalker.
Exactly. Ethan Esparza on SoundCloud, Hip Hop Trip. What else do we have? Listen to the Whiskey Reel. That's really all we got, people.
Yeah, I think so.
Hope the rest of your week goes great. It's the motherfucking hump day. You're almost over that hump. Get out there and sling some dick and, I don't know, be awesome.
I agree.
All right. Peace, guys.
For you, can you feel what I'm saying? Rhyme slanging, beat banging from the pavement to the backwoods. Put your hands down if you're trying to act hood. I don't care about your steez or how you be swagging. Punks moving backwards, I'm sitting back laughing. Like what happened to the real? I be with that hip hop plus a hot meal, saying this is why you ain't, this is why you ain't, this is why you never will be great. Man, come on, for goodness sake, never have to brag or boast. My verses do the walking and you talking like a joke. Tatted on your throat, well I think your ink's whack. I'm shitting on you bitches, yeah, this my stink rap. Rock a bright pink cap and some lime green pants. Smacking mama's ass, what you think about that? Yo, I'ma bring it back with a cool 32. Hustle lava lyrics dropping right on top your crew. It's going to erupt like it's about to blow. I don't give a fuck, y'all already know. I'm running for my life, that's right, I'm motivated. Won't stop till I'm on top, elevated. You're gonna do it, son. My mama be telling me, stay away from drugs and don't be catching felonies. Nah, never. Just for the record, ma, I'd rather sell a record. And you know that I've always loved being under pressure. Yeah, I get that money talking, saying be patient. Big money, honey, opportunity creating. It's so basic, bring it to your faces. Ain't no way I'll ever let nobody tell me that I ain't sick. Not a challenge that I couldn't hang with. Put your test to rest, guarantee you I will ace it. Haters still hating, people still painting. Wanna hear this shit bang on every block and every base. Speaking of the devil, get up on my level. We on the base in trouble, we gon' do this shit forever. And them ponies need to step up, I don't think that they could catch up. We mash them like tomatoes, good on pretty much whatever. Honestly, I'm in no need of any extra flavor. Any time of day, I get poppin' like bacon. What you thinking? We munchin' every beat. Got the bounce down version playing in the back seat. Let me put it this way, loving this life. Get up on stage, drum bass, one mic every night. New place, same name on the dough. You're rushing to the show, fighting for the front row. Yo, I don't give a hoe, anything too nice. Nintendo 6-4, got the game up in the vice. That's right, you bitch. You ain't playing like this, that's a bet. And I'm betting that I strike rich. Pot of gold type shit, I'm 0.5 Irish. Dark brown iris and long eyelash shits. Man, I'm so damn handsome. Young buck Spaniard. Girls hanging around my neck like backstage lanyards. Faster and faster, I'm killing all of them bastards. But thinking trip ain't the master. Just go lie down in the pasture. Call up your pastor and ask him what's going to happen after. Swing, swing, batter, batter. You cannot defeat my chatter, get it? Hey, batter, batter, tell me why you playing Little League. If you still can't see, then maybe you should be climbing trees. I'm number one, came straight out of 91. Having fun, spitting like guns. Alright, I'm done.